Hello and welcome to episode 36 of the Modern Day Morons podcast. We're your host. I nailed the last like three in a row perfectly, and then I forgot.
Forgot your name, did you?
Well,
And I'm your
also-
host, Stu. Your name doesn't even start with an S.
well, no,
Liam just had a stroke, I think, actually.
Hello and welcome to episode 36 of the Modern Day Morons podcast. We're your hosts, Liam,
Braden.
Jacob. Wow, this is incredible. We're back.
We're
We did it.
back. This is a first episode since episode 31, I believe, where it's just the three of us, no guests and no guest hosts.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's here, just the three of us this evening, and we have some banding topics for you tonight. Starting off, are you guys aware of the man, the myth, the legend, Hank the Tank?
I do not believe I am. Liam, please.
That doesn't sound familiar.
Okay, well, I'm going to pull up an image on the screen here of Hank the Tank, and then I'm going to share a little bit about him with you guys, because he's an interesting, fine fellow. Let's see. So this is Hank the Tank, a 500-pound grizzly bear.
That's a big boy.
Yes. Hank the Tank, he's a black bear. A black bear known as Hank the Tank has broken into more than 24 California homes since July, officials say. Paintballs, beanbags, sirens, and tasers do not keep the 500-pound animal from seeking leftover pizza and other food. Since the summer, let's see, we got that. So far, nobody has been able to deter Hank, said Peter, a spokesman for the California Department of Fish and Wildlife. Officials and local police have tried to haze the bear with paintballs, beanbags, sirens, and tasers, but he is too drawn to humans and their food to stay away for long. It is easier to find leftover pizza than go in the forest, Mr. Tyrer said. Let's see. This is a bear that has lost all fear of people, he said. It's potentially a dangerous situation. Hank, so named by local residents, has used his size and strength to barge through garages, windows, and doors. As of Thursday, Hank had broken into at least 28 homes. At 500 pounds, Hank is exceptionally large. The average black bear in the western United States weighs 100 to 300 pounds on average. But Hank's diet of human food and garbage has expanded his size. And now they're saying they may have to kill Hank the Tank.
They fucking better not.
I hope not. He's a fucking legend.
They should put a mold around him and idolize him and make a statue. You know?
Yeah.
That's an appropriate way to handle this. I mean, like, after that, I don't know what they're going to do with him once he's out of the mold, but he looks friendly.
I say we instead of trying to put any money towards solving world hunger or anything like that, or
Just keep feeding him.
Yeah, we just give Hank, because clearly he loves big rich homes. We give Hank the Tank a house in the Hollywood Hills, and we just fill it with as much food and garbage as he wants, as he sees fit, and we maintain Hank the Tank instead of letting him run wild, but also let the legend live his life. You know,
I like the idea of Hank just sat on the doorstep and you like present him with a pizza box and he's like waves you in, like a plant, waves you out, just whatever he wants, bring it in. We'll just wheel everything over.
We could grow him to like 800 pounds probably.
What do you think happens first? 1,000-pound Hank the Tank or a heart attack for Hank?
He probably has a heart attack.
Fuck.
Can bears have heart attacks? I guess so.
Oh, if he's eating fucking pizza and Monster Energy, I feel like he's not gonna. We'll see you later, Lemon.
See you, Lemon.
Oh, yeah, I forgot I can talk to him, huh?
I was also going to type out, and then I'm like, there we go. Put a 2 taps in there for Lemon.
But yeah, apparently he just basically his main method of entry is just running into garage doors, and with 500 pounds of momentum, he just goes straight through them, and he doesn't care about people. Like people will go up to him, and he's just looking for food.
It's like, do you have snacks? No, okay, well, see you later, fucker.
I mean, he can't why try to kill Hank because he's clearly not dangerous, right? Like, I don't think he has the energy to fight a person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you can outrun Hank if you needed to.
That seems like it like a bear attack is like a hefty thing for both the bear and the human. You know what I mean? So like, I don't think Hank has it in him to or in his heart, because it's so feeble at this point. But he doesn't have it in him to kill a human, I don't think. So let Hank.
That's fair. That is very fair.
Yeah, I think. I think Hank has to be our bear of the week. The MDM bear of the week,
big time. Because we've had another bear of the week one time with Wotek when we talked about him. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're bringing back the bear of the week, baby.
Bear of the week. That's how we start every podcast, as a bear of the week segment.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Let's just transition fully into bears. I bet there's enough bear fans out there.
Bear appreciation podcast.
Can we find a background of a bear instead of Norway?
Just stretch Hank.
Yeah, can we just put Hank, a wide Hank as our background?
Wide people Hank. That's all we need.
That'll also be our first emote. Not any of our faces. Just Hank.
Just Hank.
We'll be the Hank cast.
I thought that's Hayden.
That's Hayden.
Can barely tell, but it is Hayden.
There we go.
You certainly would not be able to tell that that's Hayden if you know what Hayden looks like nowadays.
Oh my, yeah.
Totally hairless, in fact.
Oh yeah, actually, I have a picture for that too. Actually,
yeah, that was man. I couldn't believe it once he got to shaving his legs. I was like, but he doesn't have hair left. Maybe some on his arms.
Poor guy. Poor guy.
So
I like seeing Hank in the background when you brought it up.
So yeah, Hayden had one hell of a marathon stream. Shaved his head on Twitch.
And then, as Lemon pointed out, 2/3 of us won Elden Ring.
Yeah. Yeah, Braden. Braden, you donate a lot of money, and you still paid less for Elden Ring than Tristan.
I can't get over that. I still can't get over that. And again, I was not expecting a copy of Elden Ring. I just donated because Hayden is a wholesome fucking guy, and I wanted to support his trip. Getting an Elden Ring was just a big bonus.
Do you think Tristan, like, what is he just gonna have 2 copies of Elden Ring? Has he thought that far ahead?
I think he said he's gonna sell it for like $60 on PC.
Wait, did he buy another copy?
Yeah, I believe.
Yes. He went out and bought another copy.
He pre-ordered the special edition like months ago when it became available. Yeah. Sorry to expose you, Tristan. We'll have you on the podcast one day. You can explain
next week
for sure. But like he pre-ordered a copy of the like collector's edition, which is a good like $200, I think, or somewhere around there, right?
It's more. He told me it's.
Oh God. So he bought that, and then he was waiting for it to ship, thinking it would be here for Friday, and of course it's not. So him wanting to play Elden Ring day one, but also have his cake and eat it too, and have the collector's edition, he decided to go to Walmart and buy a copy straight off the shelf. And
I'm surprised they even had copies. In all honesty,
I'm surprised too. Yeah, I did see one though. I was in one of the WalMarts around here, and I did see it today, so I was surprised.
Interesting.
Yeah, it looks fun. It looks like a good fucking game.
I've been watching absolutely nothing on it, to be honest. Because now I have to play it.
Yeah,
I got to stream it. I feel like that's a great game. That is a great game to fucking stream.
I'll definitely be streaming it. I just kind of, as you may or may not know, I'm not like one of the biggest streamers on Twitch. Yet.
We're getting there. Jacob.
You got consistent growth. So
I do, but I'm not pulling like 1,000+ viewers to stream. And I figure almost every streamer who pulls 1,000+ viewers is going to be playing Elden Ring for the first like at least 3 days,
which means new viewership through the
So I figure there's no chance I pull anybody new, so I just won't be there. I'll wait till they're gone, and then I still probably won't be in the first 10 rows of streamers, but at least a little better odds.
Yeah, that's fair.
Plus, I also figure that people like Tristan, Harvey, and a couple of my other viewers I know that wanted to play it, they're not going to want to watch me because of spoilers for their own. So I figure I may as well wait for people to get their own experience, and then I can easily just avoid spoilers. And
Or if you want, people can like you can have Tristan kind of be like, "Hey, go this way if you want to see a cool thing." You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Also, can get carried, which is great.
Yeah,
that's the only way I got through like fucking Dark Souls 3 was my Twitch chat helping me guide.
Yeah, 100%.
Although I still gotta say, I think my favorite stream moment of 2021 was when Liam tried to join into your game after like 35 minutes of trial and error, just to help you with a boss. And then he immediately fucking died.
I fell off the fucking ledge,
after
bro.
fighting like a skeleton.
It was so disappointing. I was like, all right, fuck it.
I just remember fucking, nope, fuck this. Dark Souls is done for the night.
Yeah. I did eventually beat Dark Souls, but
you did, and the Nameless King. So shout out.
And the Nameless King.
I still haven't beat Nameless King. That's the one.
Me neither, and I played that game when it came out.
Damn, it took me 20 tries, I think.
I was avoiding Dark Souls because like the Xbox controller I had was really shitty because it was like a made in China knockoff brand where it looks exactly like it but no branding, and it kind of died on me like a couple of like the left button and whatever. And then I'm like, man, I'm checking prices for how much one is. I bought an Xbox One like a year ago. I have 3 of these controllers. I literally plugged a micro USB into it, and it pairs immediately with Windows. It worked. I had 3 controllers this entire time.
You didn't know that?
I didn't put 2 and 2 together because I'm like, fuck, I need another. And then I'm like, wait a second. And it's just like, there's no like software, nothing. It just immediately works. So I was playing Euro Truck and Madden with that. And I might have to buy Elden Ring at some point. But I feel like the next thing I'm going to save up for over the next month or two is Oculus Rift 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oculus Rift or Oculus Quest 2?
Quest 2.
Okay. I think I might go for the PSVR 2 when that comes out. I'm not gonna lie. That seems intriguing to me.
I mean, you have a PlayStation, so it kind of makes sense.
And it's just literally the only thing too with that is that I have room in the living room for VR space, whereas in this office it would not work.
That's fair.
But like the other thing is too, I'm thinking since I have a copy of Elden Ring on the way now, I was kind of debating streaming that one, but since I'm getting it for PS5, just so I know I've heard like a lot of the PC performance issues early on, and I just want to get to playing it, right? So I'm thinking going for like the PS5 camera because they have a fucking bullshit thing. But I don't know. What do you like? I wanted to ask you guys actually. Do you know how easy it might be to like stream, like connect your PC up to console output and everything to stream from, or is it just that's not worth it? And I should just try to stream from console.
I mean, Jacob might know more on this. I know streaming from a console is easy, but getting all those features you want on a stream is a real pain in the ass. But there might be an easier way. I've never tried personally.
So to stream, like to do that, you'd have to buy a capture card.
Yeah.
Which you can do. I mean, like I have a capture card. And it, you can just bring it right in like a browser source or a game source. But you have to buy a capture card, which is $160.
Okay,
I think
not terrible, but yeah. Okay,
I mean, like you could probably buy a cheaper one, realistically. $210 for the Elgato one, which is pretty good.
Those are the OGs. Yeah, I recognize that name.
But yeah. I mean, like that would be the easiest way to do that. And otherwise, though, like realistically, you're probably better off just streaming from console.
That's what I was thinking. It seems like there's like decent like inbuilt features for it, but I'm gonna miss having the support that Streamlabs has.
Yeah, I mean for sure. I feel like Harvey would be better to ask because Harvey streams from console. Harvey streams from Xbox.
Yeah, still similar idea. Yeah,
I've never streamed from a console. I've only captured over. So yeah, I'm not really sure.
There might be some streams on the way, just because I think it'll be fun to capture how mad I'll fucking get at that game.
But like realistically, if I had, I mean, where you are in your streaming career, I feel like it would be maybe a little silly to spend $210 on a capture card.
Well, that's what I mean too.
Is
right?
all I'll say.
Yeah,
to save you $210. That probably I will watch you on console stream. That's what I'm saying.
That's fair.
I'll be there. Yeah. I feel like I mean console streams are honestly fine. I mean Harvey's overlays
like all look good. They all look good. Like I haven't really had any.
The only thing is like when it comes to like seeing your alerts and stuff, I guess you can only see it once it happens on stream.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you could set up a bot so that you could sorry, I just got handed a piece of paperwork here. Totally. Oh, I'll look at this in a second. So, I don't know what the fuck it is. I guess you could set up a bot that would like tell you anything that happens in chat. So even if you miss it on your screen display on your stream, you could at least see like so and so has followed in chat.
Right.
Which would be probably all right.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways you can do it.
Some workarounds. All right. Got it good. All right. Sweet.
Ooh. Speaking of,
I am very curious what this
is. Braden.
Yes, sir.
Did you hear what happened to Betty White there?
That she died?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, she passed away. It's very sad.
I mean, it's a little while ago, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, the universe is billions of years old, so it's really this instant it happened.
I mean, yeah, R.I.P. Betty White. It's sad.
R.I.P. Betty White. Sorry, I just got that piece of paperwork. I think is giving me an approximate price range on the house or the duplex I may be buying in the near future.
Let's go.
It's cool. That's Pog. Maybe.
You like houses are pretty solid. Speaking of houses, do you guys see what happened at Snake Island?
I did.
Yeah.
That was quite the banner of a statement.
Yeah, Russian warship, go fuck yourself.
It's a hell of a way to go. Like that, they knew what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's like 13 of them, so they
not anymore.
Probably, well, yeah.
Yeah. Legit, like everything. I mean, I guess we can talk about that for a bit, eh?
I mean, it's hard to. It's hard
not to.
Like you can't pretend it doesn't exist.
Yeah. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. I mean, we've been like talking about this for the last while on here as things kind of like would happen. We'd bring it up, right? Like, oh, Putin's got troops at the border, at the Ukrainian border. Let's see what happens. You know what I mean? But like shit really popped off, and it's been kind of insane to see unfold in real time, especially from a country where like everybody has a fucking cell phone and can like live stream this shit or fucking put me and Liam saw a couple TikTok videos together the other day, and it's just like scrolling through the feed right now is just like, you know, joke, live footage from Ukraine, like
woman gets run over by a tank.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
I've seen a lot of bombs, like a lot of missiles just hitting houses on TikTok. Like,
have you seen that one in Kiev? And it's like an edit of all the artillery coming down, and it's that MGMT song "Little Dark Ages."
Yeah.
No, I don't think I have.
Yeah, that was something.
That one was pretty viral. Yeah, that's a banner song. I've just discovered MGMT. They make some fucking solid music.
Some good music.
Yeah, it's very dark. Shit's rough right now.
Yeah, it's fucking.
And I hate to see it because, like, who wouldn't? Obviously, like every time I go on Twitter, it's like, well, time to just look at the "What's Happening" tab on the right.
I gotta say, I am
now Putin, Hitler. Okay, cool. Yeah. Close Twitter. Check back in a couple hours. Make sure I, don't miss anything too crazy. But also, like, I don't want to see it, but like, you kind of have to see it.
There's a certain morbid curiosity, and also like feeling like you have to stay informed on what's happening right now, because any day it could become a thing that directly affects everybody.
It could affect us all immediately. So it's like, kind of shit.
No, it's crazy. It really is crazy. I know 2020 also started off with some like memes of World War III happening. But like,
this is a lot closer.
This is legitimately, I think, the closest
we actually have a war. Yeah. And I think the most recent development is Putin. I don't want to quote this wrong.
Is it
President Vladimir Putin puts Russia's nuclear forces to their highest level alert?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Calm down, homie. Calm down.
Let's
talk this out.
It's terrifying.
Bonus points for whoever can name the the president of Ukraine right now.
Volodymyr Zelenskyy.
Very good, Braden.
Thank you.
There you go. GG. Bonus points.
Fun fact about him: he started off as a stand-up comedian, and then
sorry, go ahead.
Got an acting gig as pretending to be the president of the Ukraine, and then he did so well. They were like, "Hey, you should actually run." So he named his political party the same name the TV show had, which was called like For the People. And then he beat out the last guy like a few years ago. Yeah. And so he has no political experience whatsoever other than pretending to play a president.
To make it even better, it wasn't just that he was a president on a show. He started off as a teacher who just kind of randomly became president on this show. And then he fucking goes and fights all the corruption and everything. It seems like an interesting show. I don't speak Ukrainian, so I'll probably never watch it. But shout out that dude. Dude's got some massive cojones, because I don't know. It's just like I don't know if you guys saw the thing about the U.S. offering to get him out of the Capitol.
Yeah. He said, "I need ammo, not a ride."
Yeah, I need ammunition, not a ride.
It seems like Ukrainians just have the fucking best one-liners.
They really do.
they just know what to say.
Did you see the one of the lady walking up to the Russian soldier in Kharkiv, I think, and and she just walks up to him. She's recording it, and someone else is recording it. So there's multiple angles of this. She walks up to a soldier, and she says to him, she basically says, like, fuck off, like, get out of here, you fascist fuck. And he's like, hey, don't escalate this. You know what I mean? Just go on your way. And she's like, she's like, no. She's like, here, I want to give you something. He's like, no, just please walk away. And she's like, no, I want to give you these sunflower seeds. And he's like, why? It's like, so when you die on Ukrainian soil, you'll be able to sprout a beautiful flower. And then apparently, which is like an old timey Ukrainian curse or something. And then she cursed him. I don't know. It was weird, but it was cool.
That is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Metal as fuck, and I hope she's fine. As fuck.
Yeah.
But she probably isn't, because I feel like
it's been fucked. Yeah. The other thing is too that I want to talk about is the Russian uprising that's happening right now.
I do like that. Like that.
That is tight.
I'm worried for them, of course. As you would be, but like, I like that they're not just, blind to the fact that this is an obvious injustice. Like, there is somebody in the wrong here, and they're willing to be like, oh yeah, that's us. Oh yeah, that's oops.
Yeah, and then of course there's all the people there still, like, there's plenty of people still drinking the Kool-Aid, don't get me wrong, you know what I mean? Because they've just been propagandized their entire life and don't know any better. But like, to see so many people actually going out and protesting the Russian government for this,
I think
metal is
something like this is like, thank goodness for the internet in some sense, because like, imagine there was no internet, something like this would just fly. Like, how would, like, you wouldn't even know Ukraine was being invaded unless we watched the news every night.
Yeah. No,
you know what I mean? Like,
yep. Now it's I'm going to pop up on my phone from Apple about it.
Yeah, it's a fucking weird time to be alive. And I mean, like, obviously there are bigger problems in the world, but I personally, we are far away from the troubles of it. Not like, my anxiety has been out of fucking control recently. So like, I can't imagine being anywhere near the actual troubles.
Yeah. No, it is crazy. And again, a lot of people just fucking balls of steel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, straight up.
I mean, in my community of, over 1,000 people, there's quite a few people from Europe, Central Europe, and some as far as Eastern Europe. So it's like, I am concerned for these people, because like, some of them are very close. Like, one person lives a kilometer away from Ukraine. Yeah. Which, I mean, like, they live a kilometer away from Western Ukraine, which is relatively far from the war, but also still Ukraine. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's been something to behold, for real.
Yeah. It's fucking concerning.
It's very concerning.
But I'm glad that, you know, the internet is a thing and it's not just going under the radar. And it is, you know, the sanctions and the Swift bank cut off and all that shit. Like, it's all good, but is it good? Because, I mean, the guy who holds the big red button is fucking not very happy.
Yeah, this is definitely like Treaty of Versailles flashbacks, where it's just like you're gonna put the bear in such a corner that he has no option, and like they really like the world has just destroyed the Russian economy. Like that shit's worthless.
Oh yeah, it's literally the Russian ruble is in the garble.
I mean, they've destroyed it, but like I don't want to say the world's destroyed the Russian economy because, well, really, like that was a response to Russia doing the bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
but
Russia destroyed Russia's
economy. Russia also is such a poor country that they have like a smaller GDP than Florida. Like, you know what I mean? Already, and it's like they and they've lost what is it? I think we're at somewhere like I think the estimates for tomorrow at like whenever they open is that it's going to be down like 70% from where it started before any of this, like last week.
Yeah, it's a little crazy. That's very crazy. It's a little is silly.
Yeah, no, it's insane. And even like, you know, I've seen the thing of, you know, fuck the oligarchs there, but like even some of the oligarchs are calling for like, hey, let's not do this anymore because we're losing fucking money.
Yeah, we don't like this anymore.
We don't like this. We liked it when we might be able to bring glory back and, you know, bring back the olden days of the USSR, but not anymore.
But I mean, like, that's good. That's what was supposed to happen from these sanctions is piss off the people who have all the money there.
Yeah, and that's the power, right?
And then they will, you know, hopefully convince things to calm down. Mm-hmm. And I hope they do. But like, there's an alternative option.
Yeah,
which is concerning.
And the big thing is too, it's scary because it seems like Putin's always been like, you know what I mean? He's always been a little cray-cray, right? But like, he never seemed the type to be like, I don't know, you know,
open to debate and have his mind changed.
Well, not even that. I mean, like finger hovering over the nuclear button like 24 hours. You know what I mean? Like he never seemed that crazy. So I'm wondering, like, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, like, just picture you're like Putin and you're just like, money doesn't mean anything. You can do whatever you want, get whatever you want. You can like point at a person and their entire history is deleted. Like, you're that powerful. It would be kind of cool. Now, I don't condone this, but this man is single-handedly like scaring the shit out of the entire world, like super villain style. Like, everybody is looking at him. Like, I think maybe he's like near the end of his legacy and he's like, oh, well, I want to go out in style. And like, hopefully he doesn't deploy any nuclear weapons, but like, just the amount that must boost your ego that you're like, man, the whole world hates me. He's like the top Liam. Like,
the top Liam.
Liam ascended all the way.
Liam 1000.
And the one thing the Russians did that I liked, and I didn't like, but I thought it was kind of creative and fun, was they took over Chernobyl. I was like, oh, I wouldn't think that to be like a military zone you should take over. And if they blow up Chernobyl, very, very bad, don't get me wrong, but interesting method that I wouldn't have thought of. So points for creativity. I give due where it's due.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's sorry, it's hard to go on from that. It's just fucking nuts.
It sucks to think about because it's like, what can you do? Mm-hmm. We're out of control here. Like, we just we're along for the ride, and there's nobody at the wheel.
Yeah, I do really fear though that, like, I don't know, Putin's got some like terminal disease or something, so he really just doesn't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
I mean, he's kind of old as is.
He do be old, but I'm talking like, you know,
I know
year or so to live kind of thing is what he heard, and then she's like, oh fuck it, may as well try and fucking take back Ukraine.
Yeah, I mean, like, the USSR failed for a reason, dude. Like, give it a fucking rest. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
yeah, it's crazy.
Let's change it up a bit. Let's not have a whole doom and gloom podcast. So I've recently started playing some GTA RP and some shenanigans in that. It's actually very enjoyable. Some of the people that are cringe as fuck. Mainly the police officers, because they just know all the police codes and they're kind of dicks. But I'll share a couple stories of the events.
Police?
Yeah. Yeah, but like, so like so what I've been currently doing right now is just jacking people's cars, either at like mechanic shops or like, because like if they're at the mechanic, they have to unlock it for the mechanic to get in, and if you time it perfectly, you can just steal their car. Or if they're filling gas, the car has to be unlocked. You jump off, steal it then. So one of the times though I went to jail was because I crossed a median and didn't want to pay a toll, and cop pulls me over, and then they're like, I'm super nice, and then he's like, can I search your badge? I had an illegal gun, and then I started calling him some obscenities, and so I got an hour in prison, which is an hour in real time that you can't be AFK for. So just actually in prison. But it's kind of cool. They didn't really matter if you break character in any way. I broke character once on like my first day because I was like in a mod shop and this guy was talking shit, and he had like a girl in his passenger seat, and it was kind of like just vibes. Like, have you seen that VR clip where it's like the girl's being harassed at the beach and Buddy walks up and goes, "Hey," she said, "Back off, man." It was those exact vibes. So I'm like, man, you gotta RP some bitches because you don't get any IRL. And he's like, bro, what the fuck? And then I just like stir it off. And so, yeah, I got warned for that. But I've been arrested twice so far. I've been robbed once, held at gunpoint 4 times. I'm not a very nice person typically.
I feel like this is what would happen if Liam just lived in the States.
Yeah, probably.
To be honest.
True.
Because like my last time I went to jail was for GTA. In GTA, I jacked a car and I was getting it chopped and I was hiding in a bush, and then the police came and found me. And then so I'm like super compliant the entire time. I mean, I called them some mean words, not the police, the people who I stole the car from. And as I'm in the jail, he uncuffs me, and then I just immediately turn around and clock the fucking prison guard in the back of the head and say, "Fuck you, pig!" And then he then charged me with 3 other charges that were originally dropped, plus assaulting a police officer. And so I had like an hour and a half in jail of just like, jail sucks in GTA RP, bro. It's like actual jail. And so
how do you like to spend your time? You just doom scroll TikTok and hang out?
If I have other stuff to work on, I do that. Or you can like mine in jail to like collect stamps that reduce your jail time. But the whole RP experience is really, really interesting, and there's going to be some fun stuff. There's a lot of fucking rules though, and it takes a fucking hot beat to learn all the rules and role play correctly and shit.
Yeah, I have been interested in getting into it. Like, obviously, it was a huge thing on Twitch not too long ago, and I was a little interested in getting into it because I feel like it would make for some funny content. I never did get into it because I figured, like, I didn't look into it, but I assumed that most of the servers that like aren't the ones the big streamers play on probably suck ass. Is what it was just like, well, you know, there's the big streamers that play on the good servers, and then there's a bunch of fucking annoying kids who like watching the big streamers and want to play GTRP who play on the not big servers that are like ran worse and don't have as good of moderation and shit like that.
Yeah, the server I play on is like people like I've never met anyone who's broke RP. Everyone's super in character, lots of mods, and like it's actually quite a good server. Typical, there's usually at least 300 people online, sometimes like 200 or 100, sometimes up to 500. Like, so it's populated. One thing I like is every time you see a vehicle on the road, that's an actual person. There's like no just wandering NPCs, and standard setup's not too much of an issue. You just download the Rage client and then choose the server, but it's pretty enjoyable once you learn everything.
I did have a bit of trouble, and I'm still waiting on an email, but I am also trying to join the train with Liam because it does seem really fun. I made my character up already.
Boys, it's time to fucking gang up on GTA RP, is it?
Dude, we got lots of people. I play with fucking Cameron and them all the time. My character's name is Danny Dilly.
Danny Dilly.
And
perfect. Do you sell dilly bars?
No, I just jack cars. And the thing is, I have like
just a criminal.
I have like 4 outfits, right? So I just like I'm switching clothes and masks, and then I usually like I vibe for like 15-20 minutes, then I jack a car because you have to time it perfectly, otherwise people are like, "Yo, you try to steal my car." And some of the interactions I've had while stealing cars are hilarious. Like the first car I ever stole, I'm a new player and he's a new player. With new players, you cannot commit a crime on them unless they are breaking the law. So then I'm like, what should I do in this situation? So I instigate. I start talking mad shit about his mother, the things I've done to her, and other things I won't get into because it was very graphic. And he swings at me and punches me. Can't do that. I just go, bro, fuck you, man. You're not my time. And I walk, I like turn around and he goes, you little bitch. And then when his daughter's down, I go and I beat the shit out of him. There's people watching, going, what the fuck? He's on the ground crippled like he's going to die. I kick him twice. I'm wearing flippers. I have like the most insane get up ever. I get in his car, drive the fuck away. The next car I steal like 15 minutes later. Buddy's chasing me down on a motorcycle. So I pull up pit maneuver on him and I almost tip my car. That thing's made out of steel. I pull another one and just splatter him over the fucking highway. Like he does from his bike. I get chopped and sell. And then the third car that I stole was the one I got arrested on for Grand Theft Auto.
Mm-hmm. So when you say get them chopped, like do you bring them to like a drop off or somewhere and get money for them?
So there's a couple like hidden shop spots on the map. Then the police know them. So if they're alerted and on the ball right away, they will check them. And it takes 5 minutes by the time you drop it off for the chop to be fully complete. And you have to be nearby. So I might hide in a bush. And like most of the time it's fine. But like, man, it's crazy. But like, it's just, it's interesting.
A long time.
Yeah. But like sometimes like if people don't know what's going on, like I've stolen 8 vehicles. I've chopped 6 successfully. I've gotten arrested once, and once they locked it, so I wasn't able to chop it because they locked it immediately after I stole it, which kept me in the vehicle, but meant once I get out, I can't re-enter. And that one was worth like 5 times what the other ones were worth. So I was like pissed off. Because that last one I stole, it wasn't even a mechanic shop. I fucking found a back like climbing thing up a gas station. They were refueling. I jump off the roof of the gas station, slide in the car. There's like 4 of them. I drive away, but one of them's in the back seat. And I'm just like, get out, or I kill us both. And it's like, I'm not getting out. And then I just like force them to get out and then just speed away. And then people were chasing me and I had to lose them. But like some of the shenanigans you can pull is fun. It's really fun, especially when there's states. Like, if you fuck up, you're just gonna fucking lose 2 hours in fucking jail. But it's really
jail
interesting how fun. No, I'm gonna start prison riot next time I go. But like, it's fun. Like, they add so much to the game, and there's so many scenarios, and it goes so deep. It's like it's a lot more than I thought it would be, and it's a fucking fun time. Like, it's super hard to get guns, for example, and guns are illegal and shit. So it's not like you can't just randomly shoot people. It's not like that. And so, like, and there's drugs, there's all different jobs you can get. It's interesting to try out for sure.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
Interesting. I'll have to consider it. I mean, I'm down. Just said it in a weird way.
My people talk to your people.
For sure. How do you guys feel about our mandates being lifted like tomorrow? No more vaccine passports tomorrow, I think.
No more vaccine tomorrow, yeah. And then by March 21st, we're getting rid of everything, apparently. Yeah, interesting for sure. I don't know. I'll definitely still wear like a mask to work.
Yeah, I've never really been too like. There's a lot of people that complain about masks, and like I get it, it kind of sucks, but like I've never been that bothered by them. I understand other people being bothered by them, and I mean like if you're doing labor, like I get it.
You just get used to it. You just get used to it.
Like I don't even notice. Like masks, and also masks make people look better typically. Like 9 times out of 10, if someone pulls down a mask, it's worse. Like it's like there might be one person, but lots of times they're mask fishing, we call it. And I mean, I'm one of them. Like, I look better with a mask on, like most people, because like eyes are like the most attractive feature in anyone, and then it just all goes down from there typically. But like, I mean, at this point, I don't care. Like, I'm not that like I want people to be safe, and I'm just like, tell me what, and I'll do it. But like, I'm just like, I stopped following all that shit. I'm like, man, I'm just mentally tapped out. There's too much going on. Just tell me what to do. I'll do it, and I don't care from there.
That's literally the approach I've been on. Yeah, just like I don't care. I'll follow the rules. You know,
I feel like the last 2 weeks of my life have just been like, even before this whole world shit went down, I've just been kind of like mentally going through some shit, and I've just been like, I'm honestly just on cruise control, trying to get through life right now.
Dude, the last 2 years have been like cruise control, which is insane. Like it's been basically 2 years since everything shut down originally, and I still fucking remember me, Jake, and Alex at the Halifax shopping center like 3 days before restrictions start, and I'm like, yeah, I know like the media is probably overblowing this COVID shit, but I think it might be a little worse than people are expecting. Like, I'm not even gonna pretend I called it, but I'm like, just even that's not even told. I'm like, I just think it might be a bit worse than like the H1N1 was. Like, and then fucking 2 years of just this, man.
Yeah, I remember being at a party literally the night before the restrictions went into place. And just like, most people are just, it was in Sackville of all places too. So most people are just, woo. But I remember sitting there and talking with a couple of my friends from school. And we were just like, this might be the last time we see each other for a long while, eh? And they're like, yeah, shit, I guess so. And then it was like 6 or 7 months before I saw them again.
Yeah, I mean, no kidding. Yeah, I mean, there's some people like that I normally would have seen like at parties or something.
Yeah,
I just have like quite a few people that I wouldn't say I was like, obviously not best of buds with, like like our circle, but like friends with that I haven't seen since COVID.
Yeah.
Like since any parties before
For
COVID
real.
happened.
For real, yeah.
And like COVID really fucked us in like development a little bit.
Oh
yeah, like just because I'm not gonna say it was one of the reasons I dropped out of school, but I'm not gonna blame that on COVID. I had my own shit. I wasn't a great student, so I take responsibility for that. But COVID certainly didn't help. But just like the fact that it all hit us at like this weird state, like transitionary stage of our life, kind of fucks off the balance and the trajectory again. But I mean, also it helps with shit because like look at Jacob might not have started streaming if he wasn't inside all the time from COVID. I don't know. That might have been part of it. So like shit like that.
No, it probably was realistically. And like, but at the same time, you're right. Like 19 to 21 is what we lost. Like those are like your definitive late teens, early 20s party, like stay up till 3 a.m. with your friends and then go to work at 8 a.m. Like
meet people, make friends, grow, figure out what you want to do with your life.
Make your life what it would be. It's just like, oh, we don't do that.
Like, I don't even mean to sound like woe is me because everybody like lost shit, but I just remember like finally getting like confident and like going out and having like a way easier time meeting people, and then like 2 weeks after that, fucking COVID hit. I was like, fuck.
I think like one of the best times for COVID to hit, either like when you're a fucking baby and you just
don't even remember it,
or like I feel like middle school and maybe first year high school, that area wouldn't be too bad because the schoolwork would be so easy that you're just bullshitting at home and then you're just gaming with the boys. You don't have any responsibilities. You're just taking it easy. And like a lot of those fucking grade 7s, those grade 8s, those early high schoolers, they're making content on TikTok, on YouTube. They're gaming, they're having fun. They're like less like school is very important for social development, but they seem less affected than like it sucks like our early stage. And also like it sucks for people losing like their last year of high school, like people have had to miss like graduations, proms, all that shit.
I do think there is something to be said though for those like middle school kids who did just start going more into, or early high school who like did start going more into like TikTok and YouTube and fucking, you know what I mean? Like I feel like that is absolutely going to affect their like growth,
Oh yeah, I mean, there's no way like everybody gets, even if you're fucking 65, COVID still affects you. Like if you're 65, sure, you might not be doing fuck all anyways. You might be retired, but you also might be fearing for your life every time you go get groceries because that shit can kill you.
Yeah. But like also with the growth, a lot of them are going to be super successful content creators with their life now. Like just like imagine if you start like Jacob, imagine you started streaming in like grade 7 or 8.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
and then you stream, you have an extra 6 or 7 years. Like obviously you can't go back, but it's like them starting early, and even if their shit's bullshit, like just learning software and content and making shit, like it's all very good in that sense.
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, like in this last, it's been a little over a year now since I've been streaming, like a year and a couple months. But like even in this little time, I feel like I've grown quite a bit in the stream sense and as a person. And I mean, like it's not like we just totally lost 2 years of our life. Like we still had to live every day. And honestly, in some sense, we might be better for it, like through the shit we had to deal with and go through. But yeah, like for example, my stream, like it probably wouldn't have happened without COVID because I probably would have just gone into like a construction job and, I might own a house by now and have no worries financially. And I might just work, a dead end job 40 hours a week and be unhappy. but I wouldn't have my financial worries. But I also wouldn't have my stream at all, and I wouldn't have met 1,400 new people. So it's weird to think about.
It is weird,
to think about. And I mean, like, how could you know? I still might have streamed.
All I know is like this summer we gotta get the boys back together at that fucking place we went last summer and have some beers and just enjoy a nice sunny day.
Mm-hmm.
That place we went last summer.
Really close to us on the corner there. I threw up in the bushes.
Oh, yeah.
I was there last month.
It
was pretty nice.
Cape
oh shit, that was a month ago today.
Jesus.
Jeez. Yeah, like Cape Braden. Cape Braden would be like. I like to do some more shit and like just hang out and like.
I think we should try.
Out, but like,
actually do.
I mean, life's kind of. Never mind. I was gonna say life's going back to normal. I just realized that we just got fucking uppercutted with a new problem. It's so exhausting, man.
Are you tired of the pandemic killing you? Introducing nuclear holocaust. Way more scary and way more uncertain. Who knows?
At least with COVID, I can put a mask on, wash my hands, be smart. And it's like, yeah, you're probably fine.
Mm-hmm.
This is like, man, I just got to fucking watch Twitter and see what happens, huh?
I also got to say, I'm going with my my parents and my sister on a trip to California. We're first trip in since way before COVID, right? And I do worry about going to one of the only mega cities in the U.S. While we're at like the height of nuclear war talk. So that's fun.
Well, I was just going to point this out: the height of nuclear war talk yet.
So far, yeah, exactly. No, but
it could get worse. It could get a lot worse.
But also, I've said this forever, and it's just like I'd much rather go in the first like. Well, oh, it's done. What happened? Like
the sun is very bright today.
Yeah, and then just that's it. Boom, radiated, gone. As opposed to just dealing with whatever hell world it'll turn into afterwards.
I'd like to see the hell world for like a couple days. Like just be like.
I'd like to see it without having to live in it, which makes me think, I'll just play Fallout.
Yeah, exactly.
It's close enough.
Yeah,
I'm sure Fallout's pretty accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember seeing like a meme, like it was like the Hank on the toilet in Breaking Bad, and it's like when you're taking a shit and see that the UK has been nuked or some shit, and it's just like. There's a good chance you'll find out on like
to me, didn't you?
Yeah. We'll meet again.
Yep.
Don't know when. Oh fuck! I just broke my phone case.
Game over.
That's rough.
Yeah. Existence is tiring right now.
It really is. There's not. There hasn't really been a break, huh? Like when
there's a lot to be grateful for. Well, it's been 2 years.
No, but I mean, like, even I don't know. I feel like shit's gotten weird since like Harambe died.
Oh, you're saying there was an event that put us in this multiverse.
There's like,
that was the singularity event.
Yeah, there's something that like split us off into the worst timeline. I think
Tony 2012
could have been that.
That shit should not. Like, what the fuck was that?
No boy.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Fuck it, God damn it. We said we were going to not do it, and then back to nuclear holocaust, man. All roads lead to fucking nuclear
It's hard to not think about it.
Yeah. At least we'll have good content for the post-apocalypse.
I'm just like, dude, oh my. We got to spread out. We all got to move to like 3 different points in the globe and then keep doing the podcast. But
let's just all go to New Zealand.
And then in 1 week, it'll only be 2 of us.
Yeah,
and we'll just be speaking over like tin can with a string through them.
Is there anyone out there? but yeah, no, that's I really have. I've been like I've compartmentalized it pretty well. Like, I don't think about it too often during the day, but it's definitely brought my overall mood down. And like
I think I got hit at an unlucky time. I think I was going through some shit before it happened, and I really do feel like I've developed mental illness over the past 4 weeks, and it kind of sucks. I will be honest.
Yeah,
but that's life. We cope.
Yeah.
For some reason, like I'm not gonna lie, this isn't affecting my mood that much, like at all. I'm thinking about it a lot.
Well, you always hated the Slavic race.
That's true. No, joke. Joke. No. Yeah. No, I don't know. For some reason, this is not like, I don't know. Like, it's scary and it's a lot. But maybe that's the other thing too. I'm just not. You know what I mean? I just think I'm not processing it, which is also fun.
It's almost better in that way.
Yeah, just like don't dive too deep into it. Just like,
well, I mean, like, what are you gonna do? Even if you sit here and spend every minute of every waking day worrying about it, you're not gonna change shit unless you're gonna call up Putin yourself and be like, "Hey, Bucko, what the fuck's that about?"
I did go on a depressing. I was telling Liam about this. I went on a depressing movie kick recently, though, because of the news. And I'm not going to go into detail on it, but I did watch an anime in this time as well. Yeah, I went on a nuclear war movie kick and watched it.
What anime was it?
It's an old anime film based on a manga that's semi-autobiographical called Barefoot Gen. And it's about like a kid's firsthand account of like surviving the Hiroshima bombing. And it was really good, but it was absolutely horrifying and depressing. And I also watched a film called Threads, which is a 1984 like British television movie. And that's also fucking awful. So don't watch that if you want to keep your spirits high. But that's what I did.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah.
But I watched an anime.
There are, I don't want to say there are better anime out there, but there are probably more preferable anime out there.
Ones that won't make me feel awful, yeah.
Jacob,
you can watch a good feeling one.
Do you see Attack on Titan today? I still haven't seen it.
No, I haven't seen it yet. There's another good anime recommendation.
Grave of the Fireflies is one of the only other anime movies I've seen.
I see why you're not so fond of anime yet.
And the other one is Akira, which is just like, it's awesome, but it's also just like brutal and fucking awful. Like,
yeah, there's maybe watch like a happier one. There's quite a few. I haven't seen Attack on Titan yet. I've been busy all fucking day. I just got home at like 7:30 and made a coffee and sat down here. I have 2 projects due tomorrow that I've yet to start that I have to do after this. God damn. That's another thing. I've been like, man, sometimes I struggle to find motivation recently. Part of it is because of the situation of the world. I'm like, does this deadline really matter? Like, is this what I should be spending time on? Because how much time do I have?
Yeah. I have the thought has crossed my mind quite a bit at work lately, just of like, what am I doing right now?
Yeah, it's like, is this how I should be spending my time? Because like, how am I supposed to know? Is this project really going to matter? Like, is this going to affect me getting my diploma, or is that even is that event ever going to happen? Like, does it matter?
Similar to the scenes, I feel similar to the scenes at the end of like Don't Look Up. Have you seen that yet, Jacob? Do you watch that?
That's new-ish, isn't it?
Yeah. It's kind of like a meteors coming to Earth kind of movie. But near the end of that movie, there's just a scene where it's like things get bad and people are just like, oh fuck, like what have I been doing with my time? Why am I still working? Like, oh my god, I need to go see my family. And I have been thinking about that quite a bit lately too.
It's hard.
Yeah,
it's like, man, why can't we just be 21 and 22-year-olds?
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't even like going to the I don't really want to go to a club that much. It's not really for me. But like, why can't we just do that? Why is that not an option? We've been robbed.
Imagine that.
Anyway,
wouldn't that be worse? Let's just as a hypothetical. Again, I'm fingers crossed that none of this shit turns worse. You know what I mean? But I don't know how as a thought experiment, how fucked up of an ironic joke would it be that like COVID and then just end of the world. Like right afterwards, like after we're all like stuck with fucking dumb mandates and everything like that. Which not
the mask mandate's over. Oh, the sun looks very bright today.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, the dome's finally back to 100% capacity. Oh!
Did they add a mushroom cloud to the top of the dome? Oh,
yeah. Oh shit!
Freeze frame.
Yeah, it's crazy that like at any moment your phone alarm could just go off, being like nuclear missile inbound. and it's over. We wouldn't be. The thing is, like, we're not going to be targeted, so we're just going to fallout radiation and like probably like a tsunami.
You don't think we would?
I don't think like they're going to send a nuke to Halifax.
But I mean, like, they have so many. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's
like what good is sending 2 to California? 1 will do the trick.
I don't know if you might need a few in California. Like,
well, maybe, like, yeah, but you're not going to double dose 2 in one spot.
Yeah, I mean, like they don't want to make sure they get there, but I feel like they might not even have time to target Halifax before they're nuked. Like if everyone just goes pew 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 pew.
I obviously I obviously don't know how nukes work, and I mean, like, I'm not upset that I don't know how they work. But like, I figure they've already just got like, they're like, all right, we've got 157, so just place every target kind of thing, and then all we have to do is press this button, and then everything's dealt with. You know what I mean?
The states have a lot of like Patriot missiles, and actually like they've given them to a lot of Southeast Asian countries that kind of surround North Korea. So essentially, they can fire them, and like Patriot missiles are designed to like take down a nuke without detonating it. So without detonating the payload and just crashing it. So like obviously I feel like you can't get every nuke, but not every nuke will just automatically make it to its destination if you fire it.
Yeah.
So they're
I mean they've never really fired some of them, obviously.
Yeah.
They've done test fires of stuff, but like they don't know how this shit works. So like what if it just went up and it just went back down?
Fuck.
It'd be kind of funny.
Do you know what this? It's kind of on the same vein. It's a horror YouTube channel I've seen videos on, and I watched a couple of their videos. Do you guys know Local 58?
It sounds very familiar, but I don't.
One of the like most famous videos was called Contingency Plan, and it was like an emergency broadcast on air, and it's fucking depressing because it's like the premise is like America has been defeated by an unsurmountable enemy forces. Now they're in the streets and they're going to take over the country, and the announcement is telling everyone to do the patriotic thing of basically ending their own life in like a stand of defiance. And so it's like, remember the 3 F's: face up, front lawn, feed. I forget what it is, but it's like, and it's like, attend those who cannot to attend to themselves, like children and pets, the smallest patriots. And it's just very, I mean, a phone call. Fuck, it's my sister. It's very depressing, but we're about to wrap pretty soon.
Fuck. Jesus Christ.
But, wow. Okay. Yeah, I thought we were going to do a chill, easy one. And not very easy at this time to be chill and easy.
So how was your week, Braden?
Great. Trying to
have a good week.
Yeah, trying to ignore the world. And by that, I mean I'm doom scrolling all the time, but the quality of
Elden Ring came out. I've heard it's very good.
Elden Ring came out. Might not ever get to play it. No.
I'm not much looking forward to playing it, but I probably will like it in some aspect. Like,
oh yeah,
I'm very happy. I'm very appreciative of Harvey that I was able to win a copy.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Like, it was Lemon you too. Like that just seems like weird. Like with the especially the end of stream name, which I didn't see that spin because I had like gone to bed. But like I imagine that was at least 50, 60 people, and Jake somehow wins on that. Like I would be saying it's weird if I didn't know Harvey was such a stand-up guy. And also, I mean, he did it live, so you can't.
I was going to say he also showed it off as it was happening.
Yeah, so it's like obviously it's not, but it's like
I'm happy for Harvey's sake, and I mean, I don't know if this is like a scummy thing to say. I'm happy for Harvey's sake that like a random person, because I don't know how many times it happened, but I saw at least one situation happen where, and it happens all the time when you do a giveaway. A random person comes in and they follow, and then they enter the giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
that's
who the fuck are you? Like, who the fuck are you? You don't even you don't care about us. You don't care about the streamer. You won't come back. You just wanted to win the giveaway, kind of thing.
I'm happy
for Harvey that didn't happen.
Yeah.
He didn't just go to some random person that he'll never see again.
I'm happy the stream went so well for him. Like he hit his goal, and then enough to cover any expenses, like the extra copies and whatnot, and then enough to give money to other people. And it's channel got a nice growth boost off that too. So I'm glad. I'm excited to see more Harvey streams in the future, because if you shave your head live on fucking Twitch, that you deserve something for that.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
Very entertaining stream.
That was insane. That was the best part, was when he had just shaved like the art,
the monk cut,
and he just had it like that, and I was like, leave it, and he immediately looked 40. Like he went from to 40.
He jumped back down to like 30 once it was fully.
I don't think Harvey looks bad bald, to be honest. I think
it
bald and a beard is like
the thing that made it look bad was the face tats.
Yeah,
the markers. Yeah, I think if Harvey grows his beard back, and which he will in due time, because I think Harvey's got decent hair, beard growth genetics. Look fine, to be honest. Totally fine.
I love the idea of fucking Harvey's fiance walking in to him, and his head shaved, his face covered in marker. There's like a half-eaten raw onion over there, a fucking wet shoe that reeks of alcohol, and just hair all over the floor. And he's just like fucking comatose playing Elden Ring the save he just had on a brand new save because he had to delete his old one after like 20 hours.
That was painful.
That man tortured himself. That man thought of ways to punish himself that like his worst enemy wouldn't have.
He took a hot sauce shot.
He shaved his legs. He did
his legs.
He did a.
I forget everything else. Shooting a raw egg, I would not. I feel like it would just be. Oh yeah, he ate. Well, I say ate. It did not stay down, according to him.
Oh yeah. I heard about him talking about it now. I remember him talking about his throw ups.
Sucking a raw egg sounds terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like eating a big booger, which I hate the thought of.
But the macros, bro.
It's like I imagine it's like eating an oyster, but it's slimy.
The macros aren't worth it because you can just cook the egg for the same benefit.
Yeah,
I mean, you lose some of the nutritional value because it's cooked, but like not enough for it to matter that I would eat it raw instead.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably do it. I don't know if I'd be able to stomach it though, but like
it was something.
There's one guy on my TikTok that his videos keep showing up for whatever reason. And he's like, I eat good. Every 2 days when I break my fast, I have a carton of eggs. And he pulls out like this big Stein glass and it's full of raw eggs. And he just chugs it. I'm like, what? Like, life's too short, bro. No shot.
Yeah.
Just cook those fucking things.
Yeah.
Like that alone is what? Like almost 900 calories.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that noise. Liver King, dude, gross. Fucking guy. That guy does not look right.
No, there's something very wrong with him.
He looks like he'd be permanently angry.
Yeah.
Seems
probably because all he does is eat fucking raw liver.
Yeah, no kidding.
To end us off, speaking of raw eggs, I'm just going to show a little video I remembered. I found this a few years ago, but I had it saved on my thing because this man drinks and eats 50 raw eggs.
Oh, God.
Salads.
Like an Epicac-like explosion or something?
No, he just fully stomachs it. Let's see.
That's crazy. Taking that straight to the face? Jesus.
Let's set this up.
I just realized I've been listening to... Oh, Jesus. I've been listening to Joji this whole podcast, which probably wasn't like a great idea.
Probably brought us down a little bit.
Jeez, dude, like Jesus that must Christ. Be so gross. He's just leaking egg from the face.
Dude,
I am actually terrified.
Look, you can see him like extend his jaw to get a full mouthful of eggs and then just swallow like a snake.
Like that's
I don't even like yeah, I don't like when I crack eggs and I get egg on my finger, I'm like, man, I gotta fucking wash my hands right now.
Yeah.
Like that alone, I'm like, ew.
Yeah.
Which imagine just that dripping from your chin.
Ooh. Say hi to salmonella. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Sam and Ella.
Sam and Ella, yeah.
Dude, Salmonella, that's a goated YouTube page for those of you who know. Salmonella Academy. Mm-hmm. It's spelled like Sam Nella. But he makes good content. On that note, we are going to end off another wonderful episode. Thank you for joining us on Late Night with the Boys a little later. I'll say we'll plan for 4 on Sunday, but with 3 boyos with 3 different lives, stuff comes up all the time. So maybe I'll work on getting us a little Twitter account or something so we can keep it updated if things get delayed.
I feel like I do have to do something this coming Sunday. I can't be sure, but I think I do.
Right on. Well, we'll keep you guys updated when we have more info. But thank you for joining us this evening, Jacob. Good luck with those deadlines and that schoolwork.
Thank you.
If you ever need a little Adderall or Vyvanse, I know a guy. And we'll catch you guys on
Things
the
you can't see on Twitch for $10.
Are you lifting a cottage on Sunday? Is that a thing?
I might be. It might be on Sunday. Yeah, I gotta crawl into my friend's cottage and build a foundation underneath it.
Okay.
All right, well,
we'll see.
Big lifts.
Let's hope we come back with no crazy news next week, and we get to have an actual.
I'll raise you one. Let's hope we come back. Have a safe week out there, everybody.
We'll
see you next week. Fingers crossed.